Good day, everybody. My name is Jables, and welcome to the next devlog. This time it's back in video form. Now that this game is on a computer, I can actually do proper video devlogs and not just a screen capture from my phone. That, for some reason, the timing is off, and I am not a video producer, so I didn't quite know how to fix it, and it was very frustrating. Anyways, welcome to version 0.7 alpha. This is, if you don't know what Commuter is, I urge you to take a look at our Discord and our subreddit to kind of get up to speed on what it is and what we do and this, that, and the other. And welcome. If this is your first time, I'd love to have you. You are so great for checking it out. Okay, so in this devlog, because in the last one we didn't progress version, we just simply announced that we would be transitioning the game from a mobile game to a Steam game or PC game or computer game, depending on how you want to word it. There was a lot of UI changes we needed to make. We needed to make some gaming decisions. We needed to make some gameplay decisions, and I think we've made the right choice, and I'm very excited to show off some really cool stuff that we've been working on this past week. And just a reminder, going into the next one, the next devlog will be in 2 weeks while we work on Project Map, which I'm hopefully we'll be able to announce that soon. But for now, let's get into this. So, main title screen here, nice moving background, some nice ambient music. This music, I haven't decided if it's gonna play through the whole game yet. For now, it does, just to try to get that calming sort of style that I want for the game. Nonetheless, we're going to just keep it for now. So when we go into the start menu, this is the new main screen. So before on the mobile game, it was just basically this, and then we had a UI bar at the bottom and a UI bar at the top. Because we have such a larger canvas, literally a canvas, that's what they call it, we have the ability to put the different lines, and I've made these beautifully designed buttons that don't do anything yet. There we go, now they're clicking. They're literally just placeholders at this point, but this will switch between lines. So right now we're on line 1, because that's the default, and we'll switch to line 2 and 3, and the thing will change, and yada yada yada. Cool. I need to fix this. I'm going to take this out. This looks stupid, but... And basically the circle points will be junction stations, so Windermere will either be a depot station or a junction station with the other lines. So this will probably be line 2. I might put line 3 or something connecting over here, and so on and so forth. I haven't really designed the full map yet, but kind of gets you the idea of what we're looking at here. Settings button. Doesn't do anything yet, but that's obviously where the main menu or the settings menu will be. On the right hand side, you can see our morning, what time of the day it is. So it is the morning rush, so it is very busy. It's currently year 1, month 1, day 1, and it's around 8:58 in the morning. This here is your frequency time. So right now we're running trains at 1 minute and 30 seconds. Our happiness is 100% because I haven't actually coded that part of the game yet. So this is literally just text. The next is the players per minute. So the game sees 79 players per minute. I think that's the wrong number. I think this is per second. No, it's per minute. It's per minute. And this is our current funds. Okay. So the first thing we'll do is we'll go through so we only have 3 stations made: Evergreen, Bank, Hawthorne Bridge, Central. They're all not even made yet. There's not even a button here that does anything. So let's go into Windermere first, so you can see. Loading screen. During the loading screen, everything happens in the background. So these is when the trains and game figures out where everything is. UI at the top is going to be redesigned to be like it is on the main menu, as well as everything else. We've changed Windermere to a center platform. There's a nice little bug I need to fix. We've changed Windermere to a center platform. The reason for that is that A, it's more accurate to what actually a junction station looks like, or a terminal station. And secondly, for the back end code, it actually makes things easier. It was a lot. I basically had to redesign the whole game engine that runs the levels to do it. But what this does is it's actually a lot less code and makes the game much stronger performance. We did also make a change where We can see a bug happening there that I need to get fixed. I'm not sure how that's happening where nothing is spawning. Good stuff. Normally the players would come down and wait and then go in the train. We were running into an issue where, because we had a randomized player speed, there was a timer basically. So there was a trigger essentially on the train. Now, what would happen is when the departing players, no problem. We would put, when it crossed the trigger, it would delete that sprite and count the player and everything like that it does. The issue was arriving players, the train would come off, and because they go at different speeds and choose our random exit, well, they go to the closest exit. What was happening is sometimes they were going too slow and deleting before they even got out of the player view, or they would go and they would sit there and wait and wait and wait and eventually delete, causing RAM conjunction, and that costs, congestion, so to speak, on the game engine, which was causing some slowdowns. So we basically have a trigger here and a trigger here, and what happens is they spawn. So right now this is an empty train because it came from the depot, but the players will cross a trigger, it'll count one, and then it'll cross another trigger, and when it counts to the second trigger, it essentially deletes the players. It's that simple. What's happening here, which I already know what's happening, is they're starting with a value of 1, they're crossing that trigger, and they're deleting. So I gotta fix it. So right now all these players have a count of 1. As they cross into here, they get the count of 2, and they'll delete. The purpose of this was to lower the RAM consumption of the game. As you can imagine, with a time engine running in the back, we got all these players spawning, we got signals for a whole network running. It's obviously very complicated and can cause your game to slow down. And the biggest thing we could fix was to fix the player spawning, which it's still very broken. Okay, so I got to fix that. That's okay, though. I'll fix that before... It'll be in the change notes. I'll fix it. It's an easy fix. The other thing we did was we added this little sprite here. This sprite basically just indicates to the player, what train is departing next. This code was already in there to tell, the spawning players where to go. So they would go to, train 1 on this side, or train 2 on this side. Right now, this is the next train as it goes. And now this is the next train. This is real life. You'll see these in terminal stations around the world to indicate to the customers where to go. So we've just added that, and obviously it's strategically placed anytime there's an entrance, right? So the people theoretically look at it and they go. Yeah, so that's Windermere Station. As you can see, it is a terminal station, so it is very, very busy. A couple bugs we need to fix on it, but that's on our list, like the bar that indicates how full the train is broken and stuff like that, but that's minor. So another quick thing before we move on to the next station that we'll do is I added a little UI hider, just to, if you just want to watch and relax, you can turn the kind of distracting UI off. Yeah, so let's go back to the main menu. We're going to go to Midland Station next. Now, Midland Station is going to be still a righty-lefty platform. So as that loads, there we go. So this is still here, but what we've done is we've sort of simulated sort of a multiple entrance, so 4 staircases on each side. Eventually 2 of these will be escalators, but that's takes a little bit more animation that I need practice, and I gotta design it and stuff like that. But this one didn't really change too much aside from the entrances and exits. This one still uses the old way of spawning players, as you can see, because they're not deleting. But eventually we'll switch it once we can ensure that it's working perfectly. All right, that's pretty much it for Midland. Nothing changed here. If we go back and now go to our third station, Fairview. Fairview Station, we did a similar style left-right, but in this case, the staircases is there to a station platform that would be up there, or down here to like an alternative sort of entrance and exit, like from a second street or something like that. Kind of model this off of like it's an above ground station. I still need to put the dirt and stuff over here. As you can see, I started it and probably fell asleep or something and didn't finish it, but that's minor. That's UI stuff. but I kind of modeled this, if you know the Toronto system a little bit, after Kiel Station, how they have 2 exits on each end with nothing sort of in the middle. Really unique design. I kind of like it. And as we have a train enter, this one, during my testing, this has over 1,000 players on it. So the train is way over full, but it's still boards. So another little bug I need to fix, but I found that out. Anyway, so those are the 3 stations we have. Obviously, there's going to be new designs in Evergreen and Bank and Hawthorne, and I'll probably reuse some, because there's only so many that you can do in stations. Central Station, which is going to be a hub station, is going to have 2 different platforms, which is going to get a little complicated on how I'm going to do that, but we'll figure it out. It's not the end of the world. And finally, one of the big changes we're putting in this update, which I'm super, super excited for. This is something that is the next piece of the bigger puzzle of the gameplay. When you're a player and you hit spacebar, you'll go to this screen. Now, as we add more lines, you're going to have 1, 2, 3 going down here, but right now we just have 1. This is our signal map. Now, what this is going to do, and what this designed is to do, is to be called from anywhere in the game, so you can quickly see where your trains are, who's on what train, this, that, and the other. So, as you can see, this bug has put 1,400 people on this train that just left Windermere. There's not 1,400 people on this train. I gotta fix that. But basically, Windermere is now saying, okay, the next train departs in 70 seconds, which is accurate, and this train is now going through the block. So think of this block as one train. It takes 15 seconds to go through the blocks. And you can see there's a train with 107 people approaching Windermere. It also shows the blocking that we have. So in real life, you would have a train occupying a block, and then you would have a buffer block in there. So if a train comes flying in hot behind it, it's told to stop, essentially. Yeah, so right now we only have this designed all the way up to Midland. Obviously, the signals keep going, but I need to actually code it and build the UI and stuff like that for that. But it's a really, really important feature for the game. It's for the, so you know what's going, so you don't just simply, go to, let's say you go back to let's go to Midland, because Midland actually works. Let's say you go back to Midland Station and you're sitting here like, where's my trains? I got, 100 people waiting for a train here. I'd kind of like to know where my trains are. Well, you can just simply press spacebar, and there you go. So okay, cool, I got a train coming in next. There's a train right there. Now they're both in station, so it's really, really important. It also tells you when the next trains arrives. Also, as we implement events like, say, train breakdowns or station closures, you'll see sort of your bunch ups. And the other thing that we're going to do in this screen is allow you to turn things around. So there'll be hub stations like Windermere. So say you get a bunch up and you had to short turn a bunch of trains, you can click here essentially and it will launch a train, cause a train to spawn, because it's, say, a depot station. Others say Midland is a junction station where you can turn trains around. You could tell a train, hey, you're going to turn around. It's all going to be done through this screen. And you'll be able to zoom out, see the entire line, and you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, all the lines here, all running in the background. Super, super cool, and I'm super happy for it, the way it turns out. It's not a lot of work, but it's just tedious work of building these signal blocks and making it so it works right and read where the stations are. So this took a lot of our time last week, and I'm not going to lie, I'm super happy with the way it turned out. It's working. The bugs are elsewhere in the game, not in this, which is super, super great. And yeah, so that's currently version 0.7 of Commuter the game. Thank you so, so much for watching. Our next devlog, again, will be in 2 weeks, hopefully in video form. I want to kind of make these a regular thing. Thanks again. Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram. Please join our Discord and subreddit. That's where you'll find kind of the most discussion, and I hang out in the Discord while I'm kind of making the game, and I like to share stuff about the game sooner. All those links can be found in the description, and if you like this video, thanks for watching, and thumbs up, and all that fun stuff YouTubers are supposed to say, which I'm totally not one of them. Okay, well, thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.